Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Libra for April 2022. Keep in mind it's a general message, so take what you feel resonates for you, disregard the rest, go about your day, and know that no matter what messages come through, it's still up to you, your active free will, the choices you make, and the steps you take in this world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. To me, that's personal freedom, it's personal power, and my friends, it's something that only you have because it lies at the tips of your fingers and the soles of your feet. So for all my subscribers, I love you, love you, love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you feel like it resonates and you'd like to see more, hit subscribe. Join me in my kitchen more often. I'd love to have you along this ride. Guys, remember as well, we're at the end of April, so this message is not necessarily time specific. It's just whatever message Spirit wants to bring in for this month, okay? So take it again how it resonates for you. Before I get into the cards, I'm going to ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, my team of light, my team of angels, as well as any of your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good of the entire collective. I ask them to join us now to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible in delivering messages that are for the highest good of the entire collective. No second-rate messages here today, my friends. So first off, I'm going to start out with a kind of like a spiritual advice from the Messages of Life Oracle by Mario Dugue. So let's get a little spiritual advice going forward. You have two cards that flew out, and Spirit's asking me to take the bottom of the deck, which here it says crossing into the light. You have the card that came out here was Strength and a Door to the Infinite. When I was pre-shuffling, these cards were just flying out of every deck. Spirit had a lot to say. So I'm going to start out with first off Strength. And it says, I do not let my emotions control me. I keep my thoughts pure and do not yield my power to anyone or anything. I rise above self-doubt. I gain confidence in myself through my own power and my unshakable faith that I have the strength to overcome anything. I find courage and truth, and to overcome my fears, I resort to the most powerful weapon, love. This is really wonderful, as well as, to me, this reminds me of Archangel Michael's sword, as well as, because it's set into this crystal, a little bit like Excalibur with King Arthur's sword. And it is set into this focus, and I feel like this is really focusing on your strength. If there is something or difficulties you're going through and you are questioning whether or not you have the strength to make it through this, Spirit says, my friends, you do. You have to have faith that you do, though, and have faith in yourself along this journey. So it says a door to the infinite. Inside me is a door to the infinite. I take the time to go to my heart center and link up with heaven. In this serene place, I am eternal and indestructible. Through this inner journey, I am able to see beyond life's challenges and reach the higher levels of my existence. My inner light is my greatest strength and my greatest wealth. I think this is important as well if you're going through struggles, to remember that door is within you. You have that kind of God spark, soul spark within you that you can create miracles. You can overcome life's challenges. And Spirit, I also feel like, is saying, you know what? Talk to your angels, talk to your guides, call for Spirit for help. If you're feeling like you're lacking in the personal strength department, if you are feeling like this door to Spirit within you has been closed for a while, it's time to openly and actively open that up. Ask Spirit to help you. Remembering as well that when we decide to link up with heaven, when we decide to link up with our heart space, this is really, really powerful, and it's something that can be done at any point. It's just taking a few minutes of quiet contemplation. And I think it's going to be really important in this next phase of your life right now, or this next stage, because seeing stage here is to really follow your heart and to know that you have the power and the willpower to make it through this. What I'm hearing is you have the willpower to put whatever you put your mind to, you can accomplish this, but it takes us really wanting it and having faith in ourselves, okay? So they're giving me an example of like chocolate or something like that. You know, we have to have willpower. If it's in the house and we really like chocolate, we may need to ration it, or we may not want to eat it at all. Right? Just because it's in the house doesn't mean we have to have that. And for some of us, if we especially, okay, if we have an addictive personality, or chocolate is our, you know, Achilles heel, we need to pay extra attention and be extra cautious on how much we're eating of it. And there's the thing too, I'm hearing you could eat it all at once and then it's gone. but there's this kind of, what I heard is, it's a circle. For some of you, this is 3-ring circus, okay, that you may be dealing with. They're saying 3-ring circus. Smoky quartz may really help you. Now, this is a beautiful chunk I got from my mom for Christmas, but I love this. But you may have even just little pocket stones you may want to carry around, as well as I have, this is my son's snowflake obsidian. But very, very powerful, very, very grounding tools that you can use. And I feel like for some of you, you may want to carry smoky quartz or snowflake obsidian, even black obsidian, around in your pocket to just help you feel more grounded and stable throughout this. Because again, it says, I gain confidence in myself through my own power and my unshakable faith that I have the power to overcome my fears. I find courage and truth. Weapon of choice here is love, not that sword. This sword may be the sword of truth, but going into this next phase of your life, or next stage of your life, Spirit says, hey, we invested a lot in you. We know you've invested a lot in you. So now, let's watch the payouts from all of these investments. Let's watch you shine. You have the strength to do it. Follow your heart. Listen to your own inner vision. So crossing into the light says, each stage of my life is a new bridge to cross on my journey to inner transformation. If I face a situation with anger and resistance, I will remain in place. It is only through dealing with each situation positively that I will grow and evolve. When I work my inner light and practice the laws of universal love every day, I discover the true meaning of life. I remember back in university, we'd be up until late. I was friends with our porter, who would be down there until like 3 a.m. So I'd go hang out with him, and we'd always, talk, and people would come and go. And one of the biggest things that we had, this philosophical debate, was the meaning of life. And now what Spirit just said is to live, to truly live, but to live and to love. And for me, as well as what I heard, is to be in service. For some of you as well, you already know that on your spiritual mission. There's the meaning of life is to experience everything this world has to offer, to soak up the love, to experience love, to share love, to be love. There are so many different positive attributes, as well as what I heard about you, and Spirit is really asking you to hold faith in that. So for some of you as well, I heard like you may be questioning yourself. There may be a lot of self-doubt right now, and Spirit's like, yeah, cut that out, okay? So for some of you as well, and this is just maybe a few, it's just what I heard, some of you may be kind of enduring some spiritual attack right now, as well as what I heard is the words from Spirit were psychological warfare. So if you've been experiencing kind of psychic attack or anything like that, you can kind of be like, you know what, block it, return to sender. I said this in another video, but I watch here and there JDS Tarot. He calls himself Daddy. And one of the things he says in his intro that I've actually been saying when I start to feel like kind of spiritual intrusion or spiritual attack is, God protects me and God fights my battles. No weapon in physical or in spirit formed against me shall prosper. I'm highly favored against evil. But even that God fights my battles and God protects me, I think it's really important, because again, it's that affirmation that you are untouchable by evil. You are untouchable by, the darkness, as well as you may have people around you. If you're feeling this, somebody could be really pissed off at you and they're not even really meaning to send the psychic intrusion. Somebody could be really pissed off at you and they know what they're doing. Energy is a powerful thing. And when we're upset with someone, whether we intend to send daggers their way or not, sometimes that happens. So again, if you are feeling kind of psychic intrusion or psychic thought, just say that to yourself, or imagine yourself kind of like this sword. I would ask Archangel Michael to kind of protect you, to put a force field around you, and to know that you are protected, because only Michael can pull this sword out from, this place of protection for you. They're asking me they're asking me, Spirit's asking me to tell you what I experience and what I have been experiencing psychic attack as lately. So lately, how it's been coming to me, when it does, is a massive pounding heaviness right down on my crown. right down through my head. And I get a little bit dizzy a little bit, and I kind of feel like when it happens, it's all kind of all of a sudden out of nowhere stuff. And I swear, as soon as they start that, God fights my battles and God protects me. It dissipates. So for some of you, that may be a really powerful tool, okay? So I'm going to move in now to the Energy Oracle and see what kind of energy we can expect moving forward for this next. So they're asking me to look at challenges, which is the thinking woman. And that to me could be like overthinking as well. You have adjacent possibilities here, and you have the world. So some of the challenges that you might be facing over the next little while, I heard couple weeks even, could just be you have a lot of opportunities. You have a lot of different avenues that you could go. You have a lot of different desires. I also have heard you have a lot of different strengths. Strengths aren't necessarily a challenge. Not for you. You may have someone around you that your strength, it's a challenge for them because they don't feel like they possess this strength, or they feel like a lack of self-confidence within themselves. So your strength, it aggravates their demons, I want to say, okay? So for some of you, some of the challenges that you're going to be going through in the next little while is really having to think something through. And I think it also has to do with going into this next stage or into this next cycle of our life. What do I want it to look like? What are all of the different possibilities? What are these options that are open to me? And what door am I ready to open? I'm going to get the bottom of the deck. To me is the Temple Path. I'm going to keep it because it reminds me a lot of this door to the infinite. That on this path towards your inner temple, you have these gates within you. You have this inner temple within you. This is where we can find so much truth, so much peace, and so much solace. For some of you, meditation may be really important. If you have a choice that you're working on making, if they're also showing me back here to this crossing into this journey of self-transformation along this road. For some of us, this may be a reflection as well as what I heard of doors that we've already taken and paths that they led to and what that did to us. And just some of us are going, no, I'm definitely not taking these doors again. Some of us are slamming those doors shut and really thinking about, again, going forward into this next cycle, what is it I want to see? I'm going to ask for some helping energy. You get the door to personal healing and happiness. How can we help ourselves? We allow ourselves to heal. So for some of us as well, we have strategy at the bottom. What I'm hearing on this as well is that they're singing a song to me by Collective Soul called Shine. Whoa, heaven, let your light shine down. That is... you may want to look up the rest because that's all that I'm hearing right now is just heaven, let your light shine down. But this is a place in remembering that you don't necessarily need to go to church to find heaven. You don't need to pass on to find heaven. You don't need to, be in any spiritual place in order to connect with your higher self, your spirit guides, as well as just spirit. Spirit's saying here, you already know. You have the keys to this door that are going to bring you happiness, but we need to sit with ourselves and listen for a while and look at all the possibilities that we have and choose what is right for us. Now, what they're telling me again is to sit with yourself and to pay attention when you're kind of weighing options or weighing things. I also said control, but sit with yourself and think about, if I were to make this choice, what would it look like? If I were to make this choice, what would it look like? And I invite you to pay attention to your stomach, your solar plexus. Because this is my personal feelings, but I imagine it's one of these universal things as well, is that if I'm making a choice, okay, I'm going to bring some yellow calcite here for the solar plexus energy. And let's say I were, making a choice whether I were to go one place or the other, right? Pay attention to what happens with your stomach. Are you feeling calm? Are you feeling at peace? Does this feel like a peaceful, wonderful choice? Or is your stomach and it knots? And is your body tense? Because your body is going to tell you as well going forward, I think, Trust it, because it's attached to our intuition, okay? Use this physical body to help you along your path. Pay attention to what it's telling you. This is going to help you along the road. You have that key, again, to access your personal happiness. For some of you, I heard it may be that we're getting rid of certain individuals. We're throwing away keys to other doors. We have the World again here. Definite major changes and new cycles are coming, and you have the Queen of Pentacles under here. So for some of you, it could be an earth sign in your life, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, but I do feel this is you and your energy. And coming into this next cycle, knowing that you're strong, using love as, your most powerful tool. And this is love for ourselves first and foremost, because it's like, you know what? I have the key to my happiness. I know that I have indestructible faith in myself, and I have power to make it through this. I can make it through whatever life is going to throw at me. Whatever my mission is, I can fulfill it. As well as what I'm hearing is, again, like that no weapon formed against you in physical or in spirit is going to prosper, because God protects you. For some of you, what I heard as well is you may identify with being a chosen one. And in terms of that, I feel like if that mission resonates with you, you are meant for such big things. And Spirit is saying here, okay, that's what I'm hearing, is that it's going to be really important for you to find a grounded, stable place, because there may be a time where you are asked to tell other people about your experiences. You are asked to, I heard hold vigil for something, but you are asked to be a guiding light, to show other people how they also can find this door to personal happiness within their world, how they also can find their faith in themselves, and how also they can live in love and spread that into the world. For some of you, this is a huge mission, and your faith is important. Now, for some of you, I also heard you have the Emperor on the bottom. You could identify with an Emperor. This could be Aries. This could be a divine masculine energy in your life. And they want to cut my throat saying that. This does come down a little bit to control. For some of you, what I feel like this is having a little bit more self-control, and this is also not allowing yourself to be shaken as easily if somebody else is kind of questioning your belief system or something like that. Now, I do see in this that it's kind of like they're not looking at each other. They're back to back, or kind of back. She's backed away from him, and he's just kind of sitting there, because I feel like he knows what is meant for him is going to come. And she already knows that what is right for me, I will go to. Anything I've left behind me, it's behind me, and we're starting a new cycle for sure here. Spirit, can you tell me about the new cycle with the Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor? So the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords in the reverse. For some of you, I heard you might be a little bit confused still. That's why we're going through these adjacent possibilities. You have the King of Wands in the reverse, which could be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Scorpio here with Death in the reverse. You have the Hierophant, and again, we have the key here. This could be another masculine energy with the King of Pentacles. My God, that's two kings and the Emperor with the Ten of Wands. We're definitely laying some heavy burden down. Something is being put to rest. I do feel, however, with this King of Wands in the reverse, and we also have the Death card in the reverse, somebody's really holding on to old ways. This could be a person around you as well who likes to consider themselves very knowledgeable. They may say that this could be like a spiritual advisor as well for you, who is saying, you know what, I know the way, follow me to grounded stability. I'll show you how to get out of this mess. For some of you, that may be, where you're going with. For others of you, this is definitely a masculine energy, and that you may identify with or may identify as in your life. But it almost feels like with this energy, either somebody is lost their vigor and lost their passion because of a situation that wasn't fully put to rest, or somebody's clinging pretty tightly to something, not wanting it to go, and they may be using kind of, I heard, abuse tactics or manipulative tactics to keep you in this position. So you know your door to personal happiness, and I feel like as well, if we are being gaslighted, like if somebody is, again, this is an abuse tactic, crazy making, telling you that what you just heard or what you just saw that wasn't true, I never said that. That could be some of the things that you're dealing with, especially with this Hierophant, if you're in a relationship with this person or if this is a marriage. And, you've kind of been like, you know what, I'm ready to explore some different possibilities because this has just been really hard. It's been hard for me, and I'm ready to set onto a new path and explore, the door to the infinite. Whatever it is, this is asking you again to reclaim your personal strength, to keep that inner strength, and to know that, again, call in Archangel Michael to help protect you with that sword, because he's the only one that can take that protection away. So moving forward, I'm going to ask the messages from the mermaids as some advice moving forward, please. To help, I heard to release a toxic individual. Now, this could be toxic traits, but there is definitely, you're saying something, there's so many changes happening right now that waiting. Some of you may not be able to, especially if this is a marriage or something like that, you're thinking about it. For some of you, that you may not be able to get out right away. That may not be something that happens. That may not be something you even want. It may be that you're trying to heal the situation first and foremost. And in this case, it's going to take both of you working together, as well as I feel like divine timing is everything. It is at play. So the bottom of the deck under there is blessings. And I think this is really important for you to count your blessings. And when you're looking at all of the different possibilities or all the different doors that are open for you, be very thankful for the ones that open as well as the ones that close, and show you that they're no longer meant for you. Be very thankful and grateful for Spirit for helping you show the way, and be grateful for your body for helping to tell you that way as well, to help kind of serve as, I want to say, your decision maker, but in the decision making process, really paying attention to your own spiritual truth. And I feel like it's going to be really important right now with 2 worlds coming out with this 10 of Wands. Whatever it is that needs to go, whatever it is in your world, whatever endings are being brought, this is for the highest good. It's to end the period of struggling, to end the period of strife, and there was another struggling, strife, and hardships, but that wasn't the word Spirit had for me. But I think that to remember your quiet strength as well, that people, it doesn't matter how they're going to handle us. They can talk to us in mean ways. I mean, it's not cool. It's not awesome. It's not acceptable. But what doesn't matter what they say, because I feel like no matter what they say, you know the truth in your heart and who you are, and you do not need to engage in that kind of conversation. You can say, you know what, I've had about enough of this. I also feel like it's going to be really important, and what I heard is if you do have like that kind of gaslighter person around you, call them out right away. When they say something, say, that's actually not true, you did say this. And when they call you crazy and they say, no, I didn't, you don't have to argue with them. You say, well, whatever you say, and walk away, because this person's looking for some sort of argument, right? They're looking for something that they can do to hold you back. So I don't know if that resonates for you. If not, take it how it is. But just remember in this process that, in the end, you are your own spiritual advisor, really, is what I heard, and you are the holder of that spiritual truth. So Spirit just wants to make sure that you are doing things that are going to truly make you happy, that we're not doing this just because it's what's expected of us or other people want it from us, that we're really, really being true to ourselves in this. And again, staying in the light, discovering the true meaning of life every day. So that's the message I have for you. I hope it resonated. Mwah. I love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.